Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks bringing you your daily Tesla report for Tuesday, March 3rd, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. I just want to start with the weekly chart. 418.86 channel bottom all week long, our ceiling of resistance, sellable resistance, below which 324.23 remains roughly a 2 to 3 month or sooner objective. And in fact, the daily chart also has 412.97, so it is a bit of a range. You've got this extreme channel top at 412.97 that can also contain weekly buying pressure. So it is the two combined that can contain buying pressures for the week, and below which selling pressures can continue to build. We still have that 390.12 level that did contain, yet again, Monday's lows. That's a 3/8 long-term Fibonacci from the April low of last year against that more recent December high. We're not expecting this to hold long-term. And if we do close below 390.12 today, 373.81 is likely within just a few days. That can also contain daily selling pressures. That is that longer-term channel structure on the weekly chart that, despite the violations that have occurred over the last year and a half, still can contain daily selling pressures. But holding below that 412.97 to 418.86 region will keep channel support at 357.12 in reach over the next roughly 3 to 5 weeks. Now, it could be sooner. I actually think that if we settle today, for instance, below 390.12, we could, by the end of next week, test this descending channel bottom, this targeted support at 357.12. Over the next couple of weeks, it converges in the, kind of the upper 330s, low 340s with a long-term speed line. It continues to drop into the 320s as we move into late March, early April, and I bring that up because it will also eventually converge with our overall objective at 324.23. So it is a moving objective. Holding below 412.97 will keep longer-term channel support that is presently at 357.12 and dropping as an objective over the next 3 to 5 weeks or sooner, where profits can be taken on that short position. Also, it's worth mentioning that if we test 324.23 over the next month or two, it is a zone to go long at. It is what I call kind of an investment grade time horizon. In other words, you can buy Tesla at this formation, rising weekly, and hold it through the rest of the year. From here, we can round up to this inside structure within several months, and potentially, as we move into later year, 535.93 attainable, which I'll actually cover in just a second here. I do want to discuss 412.97 to 418.86. If we close above 412.97 and not above 418.86, what to do? Well, it's a subjective call. There's one strategy where if you did sell into the 412.97 area, you could cover that short. And then if we close above 418.86 in the next day or two, you reverse and go long. I do like this market as we move through March and April trade on the buy side if we can close Friday above 418.86. And then I would expect this 436.94 formation within a matter of 3 to 5 days. If you're looking for an upside 3 to 5 day swing trade, it is a settlement above 418.86, 436.94 then likely. But if we do close the week above 418.86, and that obviously implies also above the 412.97 channel top, not only anticipating 436.94 within 3 to 5 days, but within a month or two, 502.89 would be in play. And you can play that, obviously. So if we close the week above 418.86, you might reach for 500 strike out of the money calls that don't expire. I'd go at least 4 months out on that expiration, or you might reach for 535, 540 strike out of the money calls that don't expire. And there I would probably go, 6 to 8 months out on a 3 to 5 month play. You want to preserve your delta. You want to reduce theta, the time decay element. So you don't want to reach for a call that is cheaper just because it's cheaper, because, I've done this before where you reach for a call and it just takes a long time to reach your objective. And by the time you reach it, you've got nothing to show for it. So you want that, you want the return on your hard-earned, not only money, but the amount of energy you put into trading, the thinking and the emotion behind it. You want it to pay off. And paying off does require, in my opinion, in terms of options, if you're buying options, You oftentimes want to buy more expensive options if the time horizon is further out, just to reduce the time decay element. So I bantered on long enough. I think I've said it all. I am going to leave it at that for Tuesday's Daily Tesla Report. I'll be back, of course, tomorrow with Wednesdays. You have a great day.